Tepe. Gods and mortals once walked the earth. So the old stories must surely once have told. Of the rituals, festivals, and sacrifices of those ancient days, we can say little now for certain. Its people are gone. Deities cast into the void. What truly happened there? We will likely never know. And yet, since its rediscovery by the wider world in the 1990s, archaeologists, anthropologists, and historians have done their best to weave together a flimsy shell of a story to do justice to that low-rising mound in the plains outside of Urfa. Utilizing a vast array of data and techniques to mesh together a very basic idea of what the place was and who its builders had been. More outlandish commenters go further, embellishing the flimsy archaeological dataset with their own New Age religious leanings and preconceived ideas. Turning concrete evidence of wild grasses, wild grains, and as yet still undomesticated prey animals into landing grounds for aliens, or the biblical Garden of Eden. Wonderfully complex, genuine hunter-gatherer ancestors into ancient super-civilizations. In reality, still, for the most part, Göbekli Tepe's secrets remain hidden. Unlike the other most famous discoveries in archaeological history, like Tutankhamun's tomb or the royal burial grounds of Ur, here there is very little to go on. Little contemporary evidence to corroborate what happened. To explain those 200 or so monoliths arrayed into 20 megalithic enclosures. Some standing well over 5 meters high, their surfaces coated in bizarre, even nightmarish creatures. Written accounts wouldn't exist for more than 5,000 years to come. In recent years, the discoveries of neighbouring sites with enclosures similar in scale, like Karahan Tepe, add to the already swelling ranks of a so-called Stone Hills complex in the foothills of the southern Taurus Mountains. Sites like Navali Chori and Shianu. The sheer fact that Göbekli Tepe is not, in fact, unique, but one piece in a much larger picture, makes it all the more enigmatic and captivating. Thus opening up seemingly endless new lines of inquiry. With its origins lying well over 10,000 years in the past. Perhaps its antecedents even longer. The sheer age of this incredibly sophisticated Stone Age culture has been enough to solidify its place at the very forefront of prehistoric archaeology. even making inroads to the world of popular culture. It's one of the big ones. One of the most significant archaeological discoveries and biggest excavations of all time. On par with Jericho, Uruk, and the tomb of Pakal. Though found much sooner, only in the 1990s, Göbekli Tepe's impact on the cultural zeitgeist has already been as great as that of the Lascaux cave art in the 1800s. Only time will tell what future discoveries will be made, and in which ways the evidence and research will point. And yet, still, even after spending so much time and effort in excavation, we are still, for the most part, left answerless, adrift to ponder and contemplate the outrageously complicated carvings and temples left behind by those people who lived so impossibly long ago. It will take many more decades, centuries even, until the sheer amount of evidence piles up high enough that the mysteries of those ancient days can truly be unlocked and retold. As of 2021, less than 5% of the site has been excavated. And yet, utilizing the very latest archaeological data, historical stories, and mythological and anthropological theories, this is the entire history of not just Göbekli Tepe, but the world it inhabited. You're watching History Time. As always, I'm your host, Pete Kelly, the one-man team behind the channel. If you want to help me out as I continue to make these gargantuan monsters, then don't forget to like and subscribe, leave a comment letting me know what you think, and sign up to my free newsletter where I travel to distant lands, visiting the greatest archaeological sites humanity has ever known. Shortly, we'll get back to one of those rare, greatest of all time sites, one of the most mysterious of all. It's taken me well over a year to make, and it's nearly 3 hours long. But first, a quick word from our sponsor. Thanks to War Thunder for making this ridiculously time-consuming long-form project possible.
Welcome to the ring.
Shoulders back, legs forward, then I lean with it. This is something that I gotta keep 500. Yo, Bobby got the bounce for it.
OMG, so cute and fluffy.
Yo, Bobby got the bounce for it. I got the bounce for it. I got the bounce for it. Yeah.
In the millennia following